do a video showing my layout with the overhead wire I put on, the copper overhead wire for the tape train. It doesn't go right around the layout. When it gets to about there, the pantograph loses the wire, but it runs back over here and grabs that where that bit there is. But I'm going to lay the whole thing overhead one day, but not this time. The wire is electrically live. I got that bit of wire attached to the truck. I think I can switch it to pick up by a pantograph for the tape. But this one wasn't locked down anymore by magnet because the little thing holds it down broke off, so it's not that much damage. But I do leave the pantographs up, but I'll demonstrate it running with the wire. I run it on the main, stop on the main, and then change direction. I don't run it anti-clockwise as it's running now all the way around. I run it a certain distance and stop the train. Because this train does not like running anti-clockwise at all. Oh, there we go. It proves it doesn't like running anti-clockwise. Let's just steer out again. This time might have been on the frog that time. The only thing I don't like about the oxygen tape set, it comes with knuckle couplers on these. Well, it doesn't. These don't have knuckle couplers in real life, but on the cabins, I've actually put real working couplers on the front and rear of the train. Act and work and look like the real thing for this train. You see right there, it's on the couplers. It's actually gone into the back of the train. I don't know if I've got anything I can move it with. Like that. There's the screw coupler. I got a guards van. Where have I put it? That one there, saying what I used to couple the train up to the locos of mine. Oh, hang on, I forgot to change the points. Oops. Yeah, here's overhead cable. That's where it loses it. It grabs it here. Where I can do that part all right over there, but when I get to this part, I'll be able to do it easily enough. Hoping when I go to the steamer open day, I'll get to do a cab shot of the tapes. And I hope they have the RVB working there as well. I'm referring to the horn of the train. Because one of the videos I mentioned this a few minutes ago about this tape, now I probably won't understand what I'm talking about otherwise. Because I mentioned my friend Andy's shed about this overhead wire. I put on this what I did today. On the next one I'm going to pull the lever to change the points. Right. I've got something like that. See that bit there? The pantograph will across that and hit the thing. For some reason the controller didn't stop the tape, so we actually whacked into the end of the track. But lucky enough, I have a screw there, plus bit of dowel. If that wasn't there, just then that would be off the track. But lucky enough, I did have a screw there. There's also been any new signals, computer control signals. These only work on computer control. They don't work. They only work on DCC layouts like mine. Like if I press function 2, I think this is. Oh, hang on, what was it? Function 1, I think. You can convert these things one with switches on DC layouts, but there's the computer underneath there that runs it. It's just got 12 ports on it. But that's the overhead wire I put on. You can set the tape up to work this overhead wire like real overhead cable, because that is live. 13 volts DC. But the funny thing is about this layout, when you're running DCC operation, you can't when you're using a multimeter, you can't measure it's on the DC setting. You have to set the multimeter to alternating current, which is weird enough to listen to the to pick up the voltage. I actually worked that out because I didn't know how. When I told it I learned it by another train channel on YouTube. But if I didn't know how to measure this thing measure these with multimeters, we have to have the multimeter set to alternating current, not direct current. Not this is a direct current running, but it runs with computer control. With the measure computer control voltage, you're going to use the alternating current thing on a meter to read it. What I've done with the tape very recently is changed it to be not the upfield, the Belgrave. Because I was doing some testing on the front with blitzers. If you have blitzers on the front of the thing, and I lost the upfield destination, and I don't know where I put it. I've also lost a spell and put Belgrave there. Plus put some new drivers, BR drivers in here to make it look realistic. Cause when you get these, what's not thing I don't like about it, you only get driving one end, but they don't run one end all the time. So I actually put a driver in this end of the train. It's dead simple. Just sort of pry the case off very carefully with some paper card. Okay, I won't focus on for some funny reason. And you got and then just take the cab bit out and glue them in. But you have to cut the figures up to make them fit. And I had to do it with both. There's also one on this end. It did have a driver on this end, but because I had a different looking driver, I changed it to be the similar driver what's on the other end. That tape looks actually awesome. Now with DCC operation, you can't control the lights. You can control it on DC power. You've got to adjust the lighting to the switches to make it do certain things. On DC power, I can adjust if I have the rear lights on. There's the headlight, and I have red or white for destination. We also have both. It's not all. Well, when I first got this, it confused me first off. I didn't know you could have that thing switch. I had the red lights completely turned off on this. I didn't know you could adjust them. So that's you have markers and two red lights. If anyone knows if it shows the same coloured lights like that on the front and back when it's on the Belgrave line, I'm not sure. Because I've got that one on there. And I've also got two lights on this end, with the train, on that end as well. If anyone knows if they had the same style lighting configuration for both ends, they ran in an up and a down direction on the Belgrave line, I'm not too sure. Because I forgot to set that way. I know I've got the camera in a weird position here. I've got the red light showing on one end, and when the white light's on one end, it shows red at the back. Or I can change them. So I've got Flinders Street on this end and Belgrave on the other destination. So they're not easy to put in. I've actually not. You can fit in with decal, and then what I've just done, it just cut them. So also just pushed them in. I didn't wet the decals and then take them off the card like you're supposed to do it. But I can change the lighting. But when you change direction, if I put it back right, you press headlight direction button. Power still on for some reason. You have to press the headlight off, and then do that on DC power, because function 1 turns on one set and then function 2 turns on the other. There's the headlights on function 0. The RVV horn looks a bit bent though. That was my fault, I must have bent it a little bit there, straight again now. But the thing is with the headlights on function 2, it's also wired up to the horn button, so I press the horn button and the light lights turn on for a minute or two. I'm hoping when I get the oxygen sound encoder for this, it doesn't do that when I press the horn button. I'm not sure if it does. If you notice, when I press the horn button, it flashes the red lights. But that's my oxygen tape with overhead cable. What I used to make the overhead is wooden dowel. I think it was 4mm dowel, I think it was. And copper wire you can buy. It's best idea using copper wire because copper wire can be sorted quite easily. And it's cheap. It cost me $6 for 7.7 meters. And I bought two for 12. Still got some left over. There's the wire. The reason I use copper wire, that's what makes it good for electrifying the overhead cable. But on this set, I've got it set with pick up eye trap, but it still looks realistic with the overhead. You can set up with pick up by overhead or pick up by track, because I know if you ask me if the costs that, but they have a dual function switch, and so we can switch from overhead power or track power. What means it picks up the plus and earth return through the track, or you can have it earth return on one rail and plus on the other rail, and then have it that way. But I've got it set up pick up by track, so it's easier to run. But that's my tape model with overhead wire. And that's it with the video.